This week on Good Morning America, a quarter century of one life to live. Stay tuned.
For more than 70 years, New Yorkers have stood on street corners, whistling and waving, hoping to catch their attention. Well, the New Yorkers are still there, but the objects of their affection are almost out of the picture. Welcome to New York City, the Empire State Building, Times Square, and the famous checker cab. At least that's how it has been portrayed in the movies and on TV. In reality, the boxy checker has gone the way of gas street lamps and vinyl records. It's almost extinct.
Back in the late 70s, we used to have thousands and thousands of them. I think we are now only 8 left in the city. And we take great pride of checkers. We love it. And that's our contribution to New York City.
In a last hurrah for the trademark taxi, dozens of checker owners from around the country motored through the streets of Manhattan yesterday. Everyone agreed there was something special about the checker.
Checkers are part of history in New York. Nowadays, they complain that there's no room enough in the other cars for them, and they really enjoy the ride when they get into a checker.
You think you are flying. You are not in a car like sitting like this and look at the road like this. You are on top. You're like a truck driver, you know what I mean?
Well, I like it because it's so large and big, and I just call it my chubby checker.
Taxi, taxi, take me anywhere.
The first checkers rolled off the assembly line at the Checker Motors Corporation in Kalamazoo, Michigan in 1922. During their heyday in the 60s and 70s, the company produced more than 5,000 checkers a year that were used in cities around the world. The roomy design didn't change much over the years, and in the end, that led to their undoing. The 2-ton beast was a real gas guzzler. In 1982, due to declining sales, the Checker Corporation halted production. And what happens to the remaining few?
Maybe in 10 years from now, there won't be any more checkers. That will be a dying breed, something like a dinosaur.
Checker cabs, like the people who drive them, just can't run forever. So soon there won't be any oversized checkers cruising for fares. We'll all lose a lot of legroom and a little piece of history.
Gonna ride all night, can't even pay my fare.
When we come back, we'll meet a few folks with checkered past as Good Morning America continues from Central Park in New York City. Folks with checkered past. These are 4 guys with really cool cars. They actually checker cabs, to be precise. Michael Angelic and Colin Peck are checker cab enthusiasts who actually helped organize this weekend's checker cab reunion here in New York. Victor Acuna and Fitzgerald Cajus are 2 of the last remaining really bona fide checker cab drivers. And it's nice to have all of you here. I think you only got used about 3 years ago, right, Michael?
Yes.
And yet you were already helping organize. What's the secret to this thing?
Well, there's a certain charisma to these cars. And once you get hooked, you're hooked. And that's it.
Just to go over the historic part of this, they don't make them anymore.
That's right.
They haven't made them since
82.
I've often wondered, did they come out of the factory painted this way, or did they have to be painted? Colin?
Some of them, I would say with the cabs, most of them came out as a yellow. I mean, but the way I look at it, checker cabs are like the last contemporary art form. You never see 2 cabs the same color. Every cab company painted them black, red, blue. Even in somewhere like New York, you look at the different shades of yellow you're going to see.
Well, right here you can see different shades.
Yeah.
Well, you're out in California, aren't you?
Well, I'm originally from England.
Originally from
yes,
London. Did you drive a cab in England?
No.
No?
But you drove your checker all the way from L.A. to New York, is that right?
4,000 miles in 2 weeks. And
Did people think that you were really a cab driver and try to get in?
The most curious thing was in L.A., I used to have to beat people off. You always kept the back doors locked because people wanted to jump in the back. Coming across country with my wife, Cheryl, the most often asked question was not, what is it, how old is it? People would assume someone, there's this crazy woman that's got in the car and said, take me to New York. Yeah, everyone would ask my wife, how much is on the meter?
Well, you guys drive, you put a ton of miles on this thing, right?
Yes, I've done it, yeah.
How much?
It's around 700,000 miles.
700,000?
And the reason for that is because I double shift the car. I have a driver who works daytime and I work nights because I do something else during the day. But practically runs 20 hours a day for 6-7 days a week.
Are they repairable? Can you get them repaired?
They are, but now they become expensive to maintain. But in my case, for as long as I get the parts, I keep the car.
But actually, everything runs manually in the car, so there's not a lot of things to go wrong, right? Can you do your own tune-ups and things?
Oh, no. I have a mechanic to do that.
But you put a similar, like amount of miles on?
Oh, I'm over 800,000.
800,000?
Yes.
How often do you change the oil?
Once a week.
You do
once a week?
Once a week.
Why?
That's the only way you keep it running in good shape.
Really?
Yes, sure.
What is it that's really distinctive to you about these cars, and why is it still worth it while to you to drive one of these as opposed to trading it in?
Well, to me, the checker cab is a symbol. It's New York City.
Do you have air?
It's like the Statue of Liberty. It's like the Empire State Building.
It really is.
It's symbolic.
Do you have air conditioning in that car?
Of course.
You do?
Oh, I do.
No?
No, I don't. I have
Then maybe he'll give you a ride home.
They all still have the jump seats?
Yeah, absolutely. You have to have the jump seats.
Well, that's right, yes.
Well, Michael, you're a tall guy. You're tall. That's one thing people really like about these things. You have more leg room.
Your headroom. I have plenty of room over my head. My feet can't even touch the front seat, and I'm 6'4".
Yeah, I like it that you sit up tall in those things. Sit up high.
All guys who every day take the checkered flag.
That's right. With cool cars from Central Park. We'll be back. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good Morning America is brought to you by Folgers Crystals.
Out here, even I can do the weather. Spencer's hot. What else?
Well, it's going to continue to be hot over much of the east, Joan. Hot and sticky, but not as hot as it was over the weekend. Scattered thunderstorms through the mid-Mississippi Valley, but a break coming for everybody by week's end.
We'll take it. Tomorrow, Good Morning America actresses Jo Beth Williams, Ali Sheedy, Talia Shire, and Jill Eikenberry.
I've been out here 15 minutes. I've already shot a 5-day pad.
Yes.
I'm going down to Baltimore. Preview of the All-Star game we'll have for you tomorrow. Grab a cab.
All right.
One of the 6 remaining checker cabs still in the streets of New York, I'm told.
All right.
We'll see you tomorrow.
I want the
Till
jump
then, take
seat.
care.
I want the jump seat.
You got it. I'll take this seat.
There we go.
You got it.
Ooh, this is cool.
And we're all in.
Cool car. Bye. See you tomorrow.
The Emmy Award-winning Good Morning America, #1 for news and information in the morning.